This is the date that I'm starting, May 9th. I can't get over. Stuck. There we go. I have my Titan in the basement, or in the room right below this, only because there's a window right by it. You've seen in the video where I drug my wires through the window temporarily. Let me get an extension cord. Just gonna turn it off for a little bit. Plug that in there. All right, you can definitely see the fridge is out. My lights are off. All right, you see me run my wires through the window. That was for temporary purpose. Just in case you guys out there would want to do something like this temporary, you could just use a pool noodle, put it at the bottom of your window, and then if you want security, you could maybe just stick a stick in above that window. So I have my 1000 watts set up outside, and I have my Titan downstairs. I'm going to leave it unplugged right now. Then I'm going to take you outside and just show you really quick how I have my solar panels wired up, in case you want to see that. And it does show you in the manual how to wire 1000 watts up and hook to this Titan also. And I do have a couple other videos on this same Titan one, hooking my pellet stove, my refrigerator, my freezer, all at the same time running off this. And I also have another video telling you all the different specs on this. So I'm not going to go over all that. I'll put a couple of them videos at the end here, just in case you do want to watch some of them if you're brand new with this Titan. But I still think this is probably one of the best large solar generators, or a solar power station, whatever you want to call this. This is the battery down below right here. You can disconnect this battery. There's 2 more clips on the other side. You can put 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 batteries on here, and you can go up to 4,000 watts of solar panels on here. Now only 2,000 watts is going to go into the unit. There's 2 MPPT charge controllers in here, so you can put 1,000 watts into each one of them. Now the reason you would hook up 4,000 watts would be for cloudy days. I explain that a little bit more in some of my other videos. I will have a link to this same solar generator down in my description. If you want to click on that link, that will even explain to you more on the same thing. Now I'll put a couple pictures here on the screen. This kit comes with everything. You don't have to figure anything out. You don't have to know what wires to get. You don't have to know what solar panels to get. You just buy the kit and it comes with everything, and it shows you how to hook it up. So it's definitely a really nice way to get into solar. This solar generator would be real nice for an emergency. I think it's also going to be real nice. I'd like to hook it up to my camper one of these days, or even to maybe a small little cabin you could hook this up to. But with 4,000 watts, I think I could probably run my fridge and freezer and other stuff off the solar generator for a long time. Before I hook up my fridge, let me go show you my panels outside. And the reason I'm not hooking up right now, because I do kind of want the fridge to warm up a little bit, so when I plug this in, the compressor in the fridge is going to kick on. I want to see how many watts it's going to pull. All right, here real quick, I'll show you in the manual. It shows you exactly how to wire these up. Now I have, this is 500 watts, 500 watts. You'll take the negative and you connect them together, and then you run that MC4 cable out into your Titan. And then the same thing. The positive on this 500, the positive on this 500 gets hooked together and goes into your Titan. But it shows you that, and in the kit here it will show you 1,500 watts and 2,000 watts. And at the time when I bought mine, they weren't selling them with 4,000 watts. Now they do, so I'm sure they're going to have a wiring diagram for 4,000 watts. And they'll come, like I said, it'll come with all these wires, the Titan, the solar panels. You can also order this with just 500 watts, or you can order it with nothing and just use just the Titan itself, because you can charge it from an outlet and it will hold its charge when you turn it off, and you could just use it in an emergency just to run something for 4 or 5 hours. All right, let me show you my setup I got out here. All right, just like the picture showed, I have a positive on this one, and then this one comes back here to this positive one, and they just go up here and they split, and then they run out off this cable all the way up into my window under my deck. And then same thing over here, negatives connected there to a negative on the back side of this one, and then that runs up on that black wire. It's really hard to screw up because the negatives and positives are different. Now I'm going to show you another trick, or how to set your panels up so they're facing the sun the best. Like right now it looks like I looked at the sunrise and the sunset, and I just went halfway between that, which for me right now in Pennsylvania here, it looks like it's really close to right around 12 o'clock, which it's like 11:30 now, so it's pretty close. And to set my panels up the best, I could take like a cap like this off of a paint can and lay that right against my panels. And see how you can see that shadow down there? Now I should set these up so I can see no shadow at all. That way these panels will be set up the best if you're not going to move them at all. I think I need to have them more like close to like down there, so I'm going to have to do a lot of moving. That one's better than the other one. Perfect. All right, right now this is only pulling 12 watts of power. That's what the number 12 down here is. This is showing it's 100% charged. And these arrows pointing down mean there's energy going out. And the only reason there's energy going out is because it's at 100%. When this drops down below 100%, then it will start to charge. So tomorrow, when this runs through the night and it draws down some of the power because I have no sun, then I'll show you what it looks like when there's power going in. Well, let's plug this in and see how many watts my fridge is going to pull. It's 25 watt or 24 watts. I'm going to let this door open for a while to see if the compressors will kick on. I want to see how many watts it'll pull. All right, there we go. Now I can see that my compressor must have kicked on because it's pulling 150 to 160 watts. I'm going to let this plugged in here and see how many days I can go with my 1,000 watts of solar panels connected to my Titan and just having my refrigerator plugged into this. And maybe even on real good days, I may still come in here and plug something else into this, because if I'm making 700-800 watts, it's really not going to hurt it, or it's not going to drain it at all, even if I plug something into this. All right, this is the second day. We're on 5/10, May 10th.
The morning of day 2, and my battery's at 63%. So as soon as the sun comes up, it should charge back up. So let's hope we have a nice sunny day. And it's still pulling 24 watts. It's looking good.
All right, this is on day 2. And I just got home from work and it's fully charged 100% again. Now, I've been watching the weather, and we have some days coming up where it's going to be cloudy and thunder showers, so we'll see what happens when I hit a day like that. Oh, we're on our third day, May 11th. Now the first 3 days the skies have looked like this. No clouds, nice and blue. So tomorrow we're gonna have our first day of partly cloudy. And then I think the day after that, I think I'm getting some rain showers. So we'll see what happens. All right, this video is a little bit boring, so I think today I'm gonna plug in my dehumidifier in for a little while. I'm not sure if I'll let that run all night. We'll see, because I definitely wanna see how long this will last on my fridge, even on cloudy days. So we just gotta get into some cloudy days. Let me plug this dehumidifier in and see what happens. Let's see how many watts that's gonna pull. 630 watts. Man, that thing uses a lot of electricity. About 600 watts, 630 watts. Now that's with my fridge too. I'm kind of doing this because I wanted to show you how many watts was coming in with my solar panels. I'll let that plugged in a little while. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to let that plugged in overnight, but I'll let it plugged in a couple hours and see what happens. All right, well, so far I got my fridge plugged into this, my dehumidifier plugged into this, and I think I am going to unplug that because I can't let that run all night because it's going to goof me up to see how long I can run my fridge off this Titan. But I am going to throw a little bit more wattage on here. Let me throw this little electric heater on here, which pulls at least 1,000 watts, and it should start charging at the same time. Actually, it's charging right now. Looks like there's like 360, 350 watts going in because it's blinking. If you see that thing start blinking like that and there's arrows pointing up, it's charging. Now there would be more. Right now I'm pulling wattage and putting it in at the same time, so this is going to change it. There, now it's drawing wattage. These arrows started pointing down. It says right around 1,000 watts is coming out, but that's with, like I said, my dehumidifier, my fridge, and a electric heater, which pulls a lot of wattage. I think like this morning I woke up, this thing was at like 60, I think it was at 62%. So tomorrow morning I'm gonna start my GoPro on a time lapse just to see how long it takes for my solar panels to charge this back up to 100%. Finally dropped down to 99. Hope the fan's kicked on too. I think I'm gonna unplug this. Now it's showing like about 570 watts and it's still plugged into my fridge. So it went back up to 100%. I think so far, I think this thing would definitely run my fridge for a long time. I might be able to even run my fridge and my freezer for quite a while with the 1,000 watts. To be very, very safe, I think it would be even better if I had 2 of these batteries and like maybe 1,500 watts of solar panels, or maybe up to 2,000 watts of solar panels. Then I think I could probably run maybe even all year long. 4th day on my Titan solar generator. Now we are on 5/12, May 12th. And today, here you can even see out this window, it is partly cloudy and I still had no problems. It is still at 100%. It's actually taking a little bit of a charge right now. So far, running this for 4 days to keep my full-size fridge running, I would have to say so far I'm pretty impressed, because today was partly cloudy. I think tomorrow is going to be, in a way, I guess I'm hoping it's all clouds, so I want to see what happens if it's all clouds. If I can get through a day and it stays at least fully charged or almost fully charged on a full, completely cloudy day, I think I could run this fridge all summer off this Titan solar generator. Now that's with 1,000 watts of solar panels. Leave me a comment down below if you are somewhat impressed or if you have any questions on this solar generator. And like I said, I do have another video that goes over all the specs, and I have a video of me running my RV air conditioner off this solar generator. Also, I'll put all that stuff at the end of this video. Well, this is my 5th day, May 13th, and still going. Well, this is my 5th day, and this is what most of the day looked like. Now it's finally just starting to clear up. But most of the day was like almost fully cloudy. So I'll show you what I got on the Titan generator. I'm actually really impressed. I didn't think it was going to look like it did today. Let me go show you. Well, I am very, very impressed. This is the 5th day running, and I just showed you what the clouds look like out there. Earlier it was like 100% cloud covered all day, and that thing still made enough power to at least run like 160 watts, 150 watts coming out of my fridge at times. So I had to put on my sweet new hair because I'm tired of being bald too, and I put on my America bandana just because I'm so impressed with the Titan. I don't know. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. I wasn't exactly sure how this was going to go, but I think I could go another day with clouds, just running my fridge. And then, like I said, during the day, you could still be running different stuff off this if you have full sun, or you could be charging batteries to run your drills or whatever you want to do. Watch TV. I don't know. It looks pretty good with 1,000 watts. Like I think I might have said before in this video, 1,500 watts would be really good, and 2 batteries instead of the 1 battery that I have. This is definitely turning out to be a lot different than I thought. So I might go one more day and see what happens. I think we have a real good cloudy day tomorrow too, so we'll see what happens. All right, I think this is day 6. It is May 14th. Yeah, May 14th. And it is pretty much a completely cloudy day again. And it's still running my fridge completely fine. I keep thinking it's gonna do something when we get these cloudy days, but it seems to be doing just fine, even with the clouds. Thinking tomorrow they're calling for maybe 70% chance of rain or thunder showers, so I may just try to let this go for one more day, maybe 2 more days, just to see what happens. All right, we're still at 100%, and it's on the 7th day of running my full-size fridge. And I guess I'm going so long because I'm trying to wait to see what happens when it rains. Now, tomorrow is probably going to be my last day. Tomorrow says 90% chance of rain or thunder showers. So I want to see what happens. And then that's going to be the end of it. If I get through tomorrow and thinking I could make it through the night with having enough battery, then I know I could probably go almost all summer long on this. So one more day. This is my last day running my fridge off of my Titan. So it is the 16th of May. Like I keep saying, I'm definitely really impressed on how good this did. So we're going to see how good today goes. It's hard to see on this thing, but it's definitely full clouds, and they're calling for a 90% chance of rain. So I guess I'm kind of wondering if today is going to be the day where maybe I wish I had that extra 500 watts, or am I going to get by? Yeah, so for on my last day, it is 6 o'clock in the morning, and it is at 61%. So we'll see what happens when we get closer to like 11 o'clock. That's when the sun, 11, 12 o'clock, I think the sun's as high as it can be up in the sky. So I think that's when I'm getting the most power. We'll see if it charges it up completely, or maybe I should have another battery and maybe another 500 watts. I still think it would be a lot nicer to have 500 watts and another battery, because then I could be doing a lot more with this Titan during the day. Because if something would ever happen, I think I definitely would want to be running maybe more than just my fridge. Maybe I'd want to try to run my freezer too, and my freezer uses a little more electricity. All right, this is my last day, and we did get some rain, so let's go down and see what it's doing right now. It's about 12 o'clock, so the sun should be hitting my panels pretty good. What sun I can get. Well, it's looking like this might be one of the worst days I've had with the rain, and the clouds are really thick today. I'm at 78% and it still is charging. I'll let it go till it stops charging and see if we do get to 100%. Now it's really raining. I just got done putting some mushroom soil on my garden. So let's go see now. My good educated guess now is I'm not making any power. I don't know if I'd even be making any if I had 1,500 watts, but that's why I said you should have 2 batteries and 1,500 watts. It would get you through a day. Nope, I was right. I am using 141 watts right now. I'm guessing the compressor, well, I don't know. I could still be getting a little bit of charge from the solar panels, but not enough. Probably pulling close to 140 watts, 150 watts. And so I'm guessing I'm getting a little charge still, but not much at all. But it's not enough to even it out. All right, let's see if I am getting any charge at all, as this is pulling some electricity. So I'm going to pull that out and we'll see if that goes up. Now, it looks like with the thunder shower that's going on outside right now, complete downpour, I'm going to guess I'm getting 0. Nothing out of my solar panels. Cloudy days, you're good. But days where you might get a really hard like thunder shower, probably not good. You better have like I said, a couple batteries. All right, well, this is the 8th day that I'm running my full-size refrigerator off my Titan. I was doing this definitely just for me really and for you guys out there, so I thought I would record this whole experiment to see what would happen. It looks like I could probably almost run all summer long unless I had a whole bunch of rainy days all in a row, because even today it did fully charge back up to 100%. With 1,000 watts it charges up pretty quickly if you're only using like 150 watts. If you want to know any more about this Titan, I do have a couple other videos on this explaining more of the specs, or you could click the link down below and read a little bit more up on this Titan, and check out some of the kits you can buy. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button to help support my channel. God bless and have a great day.